Yeah. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
You know, all praises to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
by
Hashem,
Hashem, Yahweh Shai,
Yahushai,
by
Hashem,
Hashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect out there, man. You know, the ones that have been predestinated to be saved in these last seconds of this Edomite empire, man. The Edomites being the so-called white man, you know, and hey, man, we about to receive a kingdom, man. You know,
right.
like you can see the title. You know, what you title, bro?
Pretty much, you know, the kingdom's coming. Loosely paraphrasing, it's coming. Just keep going.
Right, blessings are coming.
Blessings are coming. That's what it is.
You know,
yeah.
Only blessings are in our future, man. Yeah, that's why there's no point in looking back and you know reminiscing and any of that shit, man. Because everything behind us is death, man.
That's right.
Everything in front of us, if we remain in the spirit and sincere, is blessings.
That's right.
And the promise that was made to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that's about to be fulfilled, man.
That's right.
Real soon. You know, so through the spirit of the Lord, you know, we were just talking in the spirit a couple of things and you know about blessings and how we gonna be living in the kingdom, man. You know, so Lord willing, this lesson may be edifying, man. You know, we just gonna go in the spirit, bro.
Gone.
Shalom.
This Lamentation chapter 4, verse 21. It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee."
Right, because that's who's ruling right now. Is Edom, the Edomites, man, the so-called white people, man, the Europeans, you know, so-called Jews. That's Edom.
Right.
Go ahead.
Gone. And also, too, when you go into that right there, it says, "The cup also passeth unto thee." You know, because there was a point, and it's written in Jeremiah, where it says we wasn't supposed to drink up the cup.
Got it right here.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
That's the spirit, Baba Kashaw.
Jeremiah 49 and 10. "But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places."
And that's the thing. It says he's made him bare.
Yeah.
You read it in Isaiah 25. It says he has uncovered the covering cast, that veil that was set over all the nations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we're in a time right now where this man is being found out.
He's exposed.
He's exposed. And, you know, we already know he's built up a case against us. And now it's to the point where he's trying to demonize us, do a bunch of things unto us. Reason being because he's been made bare.
Right.
You know, through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, he's been found out. The Lord sent his prophets out to point out at this man to see who it is, like we was talking about yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere this man goes, it's like it's a finger being pointed at him where he is.
Yeah,
man.
Exactly.
You know, he's being made bare.
He's being blamed, man. Because everything that's wrong with the whole earth is this dude's fault.
That's right.
It's his fault, man. The earth, the water being polluted, the air, the food, the way that people live, all the war, the death, everything is this man is under this man's dominion, man.
That's right.
It's happening all because of Esau, man. And it's evident. You know, it says, "But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken."
And that's talking about us.
Right.
You know, now we understand it was all written and had to play out.
Right.
But as we were talking about earlier, you got Deuteronomy 28.
Right.
When you read that whole chapter, you got the blessings. And then you got the curses if we don't keep those particular blessings. You know what I'm saying? And we weren't supposed to, I mean, again, as it's written, it says those that weren't supposed to drink of the cup have surely drinking of the cup. Because prophecy permitted that we were going to have to drink of it to a time because we were rebellious.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, man, now it's to the point where Esau's getting ready to drink of that cup, man. And that cup goes into persecution, slavery. You know what I'm saying? Being oppressed.
Yeah.
And you read it in Deuteronomy 30 and 7. It goes into all the curses that befell upon us. It's going to be translated and shifted to our enemies, man. All right. So we see that cup is getting ready to be drunk by our enemies, man. And as the scriptures say, it's going to be poured out without mixture as well to this man.
Right.
He's going to have to drink it. And even in Job, it talks about he's going to even drink the dregs of the cup, man. The bottom, all that nasty stuff that sinks down, he's going to drink all of it, man.
Yeah. Yep. It says, verse 12. Yeah, verse 12. "For thus said the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it.
And that's a promise.
Right.
And he said, thou shalt surely drink of it, man. You know, so it's times you see this devil prospering, he got money, doing whatever he do, you know what I'm saying? Our own women are within his vibration and so forth.
Yeah.
We got to constantly remember this is his blessing, this is his kingdom, and he has to fulfill his blessing, man. But it's going to come a point where all of the judgment is going to fall upon his head, and we're seeing the starts of that right now, man.
Yeah.
You know, they're the main drug addicts now.
Right.
You look at heroin addicts, opioid addiction. It's all Esau now. These people now got to resort to taking drugs in order to stay sane.
Right.
Prescription pills and so forth. You know, a lot of these people that you see that are out there, whether it's certain clubs that people go to, whatever it is, it look like they might be having fun. But all those people are fucked up.
Yeah.
Excuse my language.
Yeah.
They all messed up. They all doped up on drugs. They losing, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Straight up.
And that was it. That was
it
on
that. That was it.
Okay, Con, I'll jump back to that
Mm-hmm.
Lamentations 4 then. This is Lamentations chapter 4, and I'll start back at the top of verse 21. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom.
Yeah, because like you said, man, it seems like they're enjoying,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So it's like basically, in other words, man, enjoy your little kingdom while you got it, man.
Right.
You know, go ahead.
That dwellest in the land of Uz, the cup also shall pass through unto thee.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked.
Yeah, and he's exposed, man. He's he's embarrassed, man. Because when, like we was talking, bro, when these Edomites pass by the camp, it seemed like they don't even want to turn their head
Right.
to look at us, man. Because we blaming them.
Yep.
And they know, these Edomites, these common Edomites, they know they have a guilty feeling, man, of the whole history of this place. You know, you got presidents like the president for the Philippines. They were trying to, basically, Esau was trying to talk mess about him, about how he's against his people and this and that. But he turned around and said, man, how could you talk with the way you treat the Black Americans? So the whole world is looking at this guy like, man, the ultimate hypocrite, man.
Right.
You know?
That's right. That's right.
And before, the whole world used to believe him, man. Used to believe Esau. You know? Go ahead, bro.
Come on, bro. Verse 22. It says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished.
Right. Right.
O daughter of Zion.
Yeah, we about to get off punishment, man.
That's right. That's right.
You know, this whole situation, we've been messed up. You know, the whole nation's been divided, and you know, brother against brother, and drugs and madness and other philosophies and idolatry and all that stuff, man.
Yeah,
that's about to come to an end, man.
That's right.
And it's starting with what's happening with the men of the Lord, man. With the men that are waking up to this truth and making their lives a living sacrifice and teaching this thing. It's starting with this rebuilding, man. You know, and it's bro, you can see the miracle in it. You can see a bunch of basically the different tribes coming together amongst the camps. Because it's even deeper than just Judah hating Issachar, and all. Issachar hates Zebulun. Like, everybody was all messed up, but when you see us come together, it ain't nothing but peace, man. And that's a little start in the beginning of the joy that we about to receive, man. You know, which is a sign that we getting our punishment right now, bro.
Con.
Go ahead.
I got a quick preach
real
quick. This is Hosea chapter 1, verse 9. It says, then said the Most High, call his name lower me, for ye are not my people, and I will not be a God.
Man.
And that was the main punishment that we received, that the Lord had stripped his name away from us, and we weren't his people no more, man.
Turn his back on us, man.
That's right. But once you keep reading, it goes into how our punishment was accomplished and how the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, have returned his spirit and his strength right unto us, man.
Right.
And this is what we're going to be doing in this day. Verse 10, it says, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sands of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered.
Yeah, because when you go into, which we're about to go into, with Deuteronomy 28, starting at 1, it tells you that the fruit that we bear, basically our children, are going to be blessed, man. So we're going to have many children, man.
That's right. That's right.
And we're going to be able to. It ain't going to be like this kingdom when we're tied down and if you got more than like 2 children, now you catching hell, man.
That's right. That's right.
You got more than 1 kid, in some cases, you catching some serious hell. In the kingdom, man, we're going to be able to have children and multiply, man.
That's right. That's right. In order for an Israelite to have multiple children and be happy, you have to be sovereign, man.
Yeah.
You have to have a sovereign nation, because you see Esau, which, you know, Esau's pre-barren anyway. They have children, but they don't have them by the abundance.
They be having like one or two,
Yeah,
at an old age too.
At an old age, right? But you see, they live in happiness. You know, they and a lot of them be like, oh, I go through problems instead of third. No, you don't stop, man.
Right.
You know, and if you do, you tripping. You a two-time loser, man. This is your kingdom. But majority of them are happy right now. This is their blessing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then also too, as the priest had said, when you go into that, like the children of Israel being as the sands of the sea, we know there's tons of Israelites right now that are catching hell and oppressed. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, that scripture is going to be fulfilled. All right, Abraham's covenant, his promise, when he, you know, it said your children will be like the stars of the heaven.
Yeah.
That's going to be fulfilled ultimately in the kingdom of heaven,
Yep,
man.
exactly.
You know, because we're going to constantly have children over and over again, and then we ain't going to die.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we're going to constantly, every time you lay with a woman, you're going to impregnate her. You know what I'm saying? Just what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and we all understand it ain't just He-Man tough guys, we're going to have all the women in the world.
Right.
That's not what it's about, but just going into the blessing.
It's part of the blessing.
It's part of the blessing, man. We're going to have seed on top of seed, man.
Yeah. And we're going to enjoy them.
That's right. That's right. It says, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sands of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it is said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God.
Yeah, because that's what's being said in this place, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you got dudes like Vocab Malone and guys like that. They're still trying to retain that lie that we are not the Most High's people, man.
Right.
But the cat's out the bag, though.
Mm-hmm.
This word has gone throughout the whole planet, man. It's all over the earth.
That's right.
There's people in all type of like Latin countries and all that. They know they're Israelites, man. They say the name. They believe in it. People in Africa, you know, like the apostles bringing out, they were saying he was famous in a certain part of Africa.
Yep.
You know, all over Europe.
Mm-hmm.
This word is out, man, and the Lord is distributing different amounts of faith to his elect, man.
That's right. That's right.
And you can't, and nobody can rob that, man. You can't take the elect's faith away.
That's right.
So it doesn't. So Esau, he can't retain this lie anymore, man. You know, because we know who we are now, man.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 11. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together, and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel. All right. And if I may,
Yeah.
just like in the previous verse, it says, yet the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea. Now, I know I said ultimately with Abraham that, you know, in the kingdom is going to be fulfilled. But still, we are of that number right now. There's still hell of Israelites.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, majority of those Israelites had that falling away. You know, it says, call his name Lord me, for you're not my people. So you had a plethora of Israelites that were out there. You know what I'm saying? But now, as the priest said, we waking up, man. And then it said, then shall they come together and be one head.
Right.
And that's what we're going through right now. We're waking up to understanding who we are as being a people.
Right.
You know, Isaiah 44 is being fulfilled right now. It says, one shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe himself by the name of Israel. All right. And this is part of prophecy that had to be fulfilled for the furtherment of the kingdom of heaven be established on earth.
Right.
All this had to happen first.
Right.
All right. So, hey, as you see the title of the lesson, blessings are on the way, man.
Exactly.
All right. We had to drink of that cup, and part of that cup was captivity. And within that captivity, the Lord had taken his name away from us. But now we've received that name,
right,
and our captivity is being lifted, man.
Yeah.
You know, I just wanted to bring that precept out to that limitation.
I got a quick one too.
Come on.
There's Ezekiel 37 and 21.
There we go.
It says, and say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and I will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all, and they shall no more be, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols.
That's right.
So, man, this part of the blessing, man, is no longer ever again sinning. That's like one of the biggest things to look forward to, man.
You got it. One second.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Yeah, that's one of the biggest things to look forward to is we ain't gonna sin anymore, man.
Yep.
We're not gonna go off. We're gonna be perfect. You know, it says, neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places, wherein they have sinned, and I will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their power. You know, so when we get into the kingdom, man, like it says in Hebrews, I believe it's 8, starting at verse 8, it tells you that the Lord was gonna put his laws and his statutes and his ways into our minds, into our spirit, man. So when we get into the kingdom, we're gonna the only thing we're gonna know how to do is righteousness.
That's right.
We're no longer gonna be defiled. We're no longer gonna go off. What's going off and sinning, that's what caused us to die, man.
That's right.
That's what brought death. So we're gonna live forever. We're not gonna sin no more. We're gonna enjoy, man. We're gonna enjoy the Lord's creation, man.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why he created it all for, man.
Right.
For our sakes. You know? There's a little bit more, bro. It says, and David my servant shall be king over them, and they all shall have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them. Because they're gonna be programmed in us, man.
That's right.
You know? So these are major things to look forward to, man. Mm-hmm. You know, all the little hell that we catching right now is not in comparison to what the Lord's ready to give us.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
But that's it on here.
And when it says David shall be their king, we understand that that's Peter, if you can receive that, man. And he's going to be the head of the 144,000. All right, and then we're going to have Yahushua, which is going to reign over all of us. Lord, when we're within the 144.
Right.
You know, but when you got to ask yourself, when David was in power, because Yahushua is going to sit on the throne of David. Right. So when David was in power, what happened? What was one of the main things that we had the heathen in subjection under us, man?
Right.
All right. You know, David was in power and all the heathen was in order. You know, David pretty much beat them into order. So since that's the case, we understand David's going to be our king and Yahushua, the king over him. The heathen have to be over us, man, because when you go into a blessing and, you know, you go into the blessing that was given unto Jacob. All right. It said we was going to have what? The corn, the wine. It also said that we were going to have, like Esau was going to be, was going to have to bow down unto us.
Right.
You know, loosely paraphrasing. Hey, when you go into the word blessed, man, that goes into really having somebody bow down unto you, man. You know, so all the heathen that are round about are going to have to bow down unto the Israelites.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to subject themselves. Because the thing about it is, Israel's going to be made perfect. Israel's going to have the laws inside. We're going to have the laws inside of us, man. The other nations ain't. You know, so they're going to go off. They're going to have to ask us for mercy.
Right.
They stand the third, and then they're going to come bowing down to us. You read it in Isaiah, the 45th chapter, where it says, Sabians and men of stature shall come unto thee and change, bowing down to thee, saying, surely God is in thee, man. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to be able to look at us and tell that the Most High exists just within our glow, within our aura, man.
Right.
And that's the blessing right there. That's being blessed.
Yeah.
You know, and our curses are being lifted, and that's coming to us, man. And it started within the form of us receiving the word, man. That's the start of it, and it's going to finish up with us having those immortal bodies being glorified in the heavens under Yahushua.
That's right.
You know?
I got a quick, for what you said, a quick point. Isaiah 60:12. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
That's right.
You know, like you were saying.
God.
They have to bow.
That's right. That's right. They're going to have to bow the hell down, man. And that don't mean that you go to camp and you have to Edomite bow down and kiss your foot, neither, man.
Right.
Because you got Jakes that are out there doing that looking crazy. You got to Edomite bowing down, kissing your foot, and then the next day you got to clock in and do a 9 to 5 and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That stuff is vain, bro.
Yeah.
You know, wait to do that, man. Wait till Yahushua gets his foot kissed, man.
First.
Yeah, you got Jake over here wanting to be glorified and down here in this whack-ass kingdom, having an Esau, Edomite bow down and kiss your foot. And Yahushua ain't even had that done, man.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, man. We read how what Jake did to Yahushua before he left, man. And these heathen.
Right.
He's coming back to jack their ass up first, man.
That's right.
He's gonna come jack their ass up and make them bow.
Yeah.
But he's first.
Yep.
Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? We still in Babylon, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Right.
I got one more verse in that Ezekiel 37:25. And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children and their children's children forever.
Mm-hmm.
And my servant David shall be their prince forever. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them. And I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore.
That's right. That's right. And that covenant of peace goes into the laws being in our inward parts, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, and the ultimate fulfillment of that covenant of peace was Yahweh Shai having to come in the flesh,
right,
be sacrificed for his blood to cover us. That way we can get back in those graces.
Yeah.
And, you know, that covenant will be reestablished and sent back unto us, man. That had to happen, bro.
Yes, it's heavy, man.
Yeah, Yahweh Shai's death had to happen and his resurrection had to happen,
right,
so we could receive that glory that was promised to us from the beginning.
Exactly.
Because it was promised that Abraham's seed was going to be blessed. It was promised that we was going to be blessed from the ends of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Stars in heaven,
right,
sands in the sea, nations bowing down unto
exactly.
thee. And we obviously see that when King Solomon was ruling for those 40 years, that wasn't the ultimate fulfillment
right,
of that blessing that was given to Jacob in Genesis 27.
Right, because it said forevermore.
Exactly.
It ended at that time.
That's right. That's right. That was only a prelude or an example of a blessing that's to come, man. And we approaching that time, brothers.
Right.
That's coming. And you have, the thing is though, you have to see it.
Yeah.
You know, you have to really see it and you have to really feel it. I mean, it's coming regardless, man. But in order to really be excited about it, man, you got to really see it and trust and believe that,
right,
man.
Believe in it, man.
This bullshit ain't gonna be forever, man.
Right,
Your
right,
body's subject to ailments.
Yeah,
you know, you hear bad news all the damn time. You know, shit just happens out of nowhere. Satan just buffets you. You know, you got to know that this ain't the end, man. Yeah. You ain't gonna go through this forever. We at the very end, bro. Our enemies are gonna start feeling this and getting touched by this stuff, man.
Oh yeah.
You know, hey, our time is coming, man. We like to say we finna win. But look at it as well, like you are winning right now, man. You are a winner, you blessed, and you getting ready to be even more blessed,
right,
man.
Hey, the victory, it's already been achieved by Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right.
So, and we're joint heirs. So if he already took the victory, we just waiting on the rest of the process.
That's right,
man.
Brother.
Because really, we won. We the princes of the power, man. You know, like the brother was mentioning, this thing's been promised since Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. And the Most High, he ain't no liar, man.
Right.
What he said, he's gonna do it, man. You know. I got a little bit more. It says, "And my tabernacle also shall be with them. Yea, I will be their power, and they shall be my people. And the heathen shall know that I, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore," man. So it's gonna be made known. Yeah, that's why throughout the scriptures, you read the scriptures and it says things like, so they shall know that I am Yahweh. You know, so it's gonna be known that we are the Lord's people, man, real soon.
That's right.
Even it's gonna be evident to the heathen, down to even these rebellious jakes, man.
That's right.
You know?
I got a quick precept real quick. This Numbers 23:19. The Most High is not a man that he should lie.
Yeah, man. He ain't no liar, man. Everything the Lord said has happened. You know? Go ahead, bro.
Neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Hath he said, and shall he not do it?
Right.
Or
he ain't changed his mind,
right,
bro.
Yeah.
You know, he ain't gonna go back on his promise.
Exactly.
It's set.
Yeah. You even read it in Isaiah 55. It says pretty much, my word shall not return unto thee null and void, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, the words that he speaks, it has to be accomplished, man. And we reading about this covenant, the covenant of peace, the blessings that we gonna receive, man. This is gonna come to pass. And man, we see that we at the ends of the earth. We're at the ends of the earth right now, man. And we're at the very end, man. It says Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows, man. That's a word that those words stand out within themselves. And we see that we're at the very end of Esau's rulership, man.
Right, man.
So our time has to come.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be the Russians that's next, which that's part of Esau anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
It ain't gonna be the Chinese, I should say, that's next.
Hell no.
Heavens no, man, because if that's the case, the Lord is a liar. We're at the very end right now, man.
Exactly.
You know, the Lord is gonna intervene in a very dramatic way and beam us up out of here. Lord, willing, we those men in a very dramatic fashion. It says we're gonna be caught in the air.
Man.
You know, and then in Revelation 21, it says we're gonna descend down.
Back down.
You know, with rulership.
And then it's on, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right, bro. It's just a little more to this.
Yeah.
And I know we still had that Lamentations as
right,
well.
Right. Yep.
It says, hath he spoken and shall he not make it good? So come on, man. You know, and the thing about it is when you read that, that's a heathen that said that, man.
Yeah.
That's a heathen. That's when Balaam had received, around the time he received that vision, man. So he's even like, dang, they God ain't gonna lie.
Right.
You know, and then the next verse, it goes into how it says a star shall come out of Jacob, and he gonna put all those heathen in subjection, man. And the heathen saw that vision, man. You know?
Man.
And that has to come to pass still, by the way, and that's in Numbers.
Right.
That's still gotta come to pass. And that's that right there is when we're gonna be glorified, when Yahushua comes with his angels and delivers his elect up in those chariots. Man, bro, that's when it's like, hell yeah, man.
Man.
And we know it's coming soon. All these chariot sightings.
Yeah, bro.
Chariot sightings out the wazoo. Man, there's a brother in this camp, bro. A brother in this camp about a month ago have recorded a chariot hovering over his house. And you seen the metal. You seen the lights. You seen it floating around and you seen it spinning, bro.
Yeah.
You know, it was right there, bro. You know, man, you seen the ship, the spaceship.
You can see it clearly.
Man.
Yeah.
You know? And Esau's even seeing it. You see it on CNN, he recorded, he was lying on us, recording, and the spirit had it where the cameraman looked right up. And there was a chariot that just flew right through. You know?
Right.
And I want to change it, ain't change the subject, man, but just going into these are obvious indicators that shows that we about to win soon in a dramatic way.
That's right, bro.
You know?
It's part of them blessings, man.
That's right.
The Lord about to deliver us. He about to save us, man.
That's right.
You know? Go ahead, bro.
I almost said jokingly, we gonna get them kernels.
Yeah.
It's an inside joke. Yeah, verse.
We gonna beat that good wheat.
We gonna thrust that thing.
Yeah, man.
So like your brothers, this is an inside joke, man. This is Lamentation chapter 4. I'll just read verse 21 again and then go to 22. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee, and thou shalt be drunken, and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished. O daughter of Zion, he will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
And like I read in that Ezekiel 37, the Lord said that he will cleanse them. So that whole, basically, when we were being, in a time of being punished, we were filthy and all that, but the Lord is about to change us, man. And even Paul spoke about that, man, how we, in a twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, we was going to be changed. Yep. When we're changed, we're going to become perfect, man. We're going to have new bodies, perfect bodies, man. You know what I'm saying? So then that's part of that. That's part of the reward, man. That's part of us getting off that punishment and having an everlasting kingdom after that, man. Mm-hmm. Because if we can't go off, then can't nobody mess with us, man. Can't nobody take us off the top.
That's right.
And that was always the issue that was going on. When you read the scriptures, every time we went off, the Lord sent the enemy, man. Mm-hmm. Every time we went off, the Lord sent some more heathen. Mm-hmm. And this is the worst. This time, man, that the Lord, this is the worst of the worst that's ever happened to us, man. What Esau did to us, this fucking over, what he started jacking us up like late 1400s. So it's been like over 600 years, man. This dude just been, jacking us up, man. Mm-hmm. But he's done.
Yep.
The Most High used him for the purpose of punishing us, like he says in Isaiah the 10th chapter. And now he's done. Our punishment is about to completely end when the Lord beams us up on them ships, man.
That's right.
Lord's will, we may be part of the elect, man.
That's right. Because
that's what we looking forward to, man. Mm-hmm. Now that's our plan of action.
That's right.
We ain't picking up no guns. We ain't talking about no bullshit like that, man. Mm-hmm. We trying to get out of here, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
Got a quick precept. Mm-hmm. This is James chapter 5, and I'm going to jump straight to verse 7. But when you read the beginning of it, it goes into pretty much Esau, man, our oppressor.
Right.
And now he's done a bunch of, he's ruled us unjustly. He's robbed us. He's stolen from us and ain't paid us the proper dues of what we getting, And now it goes into how, I'm just reading verse 7. James 5 and 7, it says, be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and hath long patience for it until he receive the early and the latter rain. And who's the ultimate husbandman, man? That's Yahweh. The one that planted the seed, and what did he plant within us? What did he depart or distribute to us? The Holy Spirit.
Right, the Spirit.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing about seeds, you got to let them germinate. You know,
and grow.
But check this out. And this is something I just remembered, and I did a lesson on this years ago. The process of a germination of a seed, it takes 3 whole days for that seed to be germinated for it to bloom. You know what I'm saying? It's spiritual, because you look at how long we've been in captivity for. You know what I'm saying? But also too, what it says in Hosea the 6th chapter, it says for we shall be. It says 2 days we shall be revived, and on the 3rd day we shall live. It loosely paraphrased.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And we're in that 3rd day right now, man. You know, we're in the day starts in the evening, and Apostle Gabar did a lesson about this last week, going into how we're at the very edge of that evening, and in the morning, that's when the sun comes up, man.
Right.
And who's that sun? That morning star, which is Yahushua, man. You know, so he's getting ready to come. We went through that germination period where we've been in that soil, in that low-ass place where worms spread over us and they go under us, man. But we sprouting up, man, being those tender trees that the scriptures talk about, man. You know? When you keep reading, it says, be ye patient, establish your heart, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. And Paul spoke this on about 2,000 years ago, man. So how much more do we have to apply that now, knowing that we're at the very end of the earth, as the scripture said we would be, and we're waking up as we are in the very ends of the earth, man.
Exactly.
You know, it says, as soon as the word is spread, it looks to paraphrasing, when it's all over the world, then shall the end come, man. You know, and the end is come, which is Esau's end. But it's our beginning, you know.
I got a quick when you're talking about the germinating and the sprouting up. Sirach the 39th chapter. It says, I'm gonna start at verse 12. Sirach 39:12. It says, yet have I more to say, which I have thought upon, for I am filled as the moon at the full. Hearken unto me, ye holy children, and bud forth as a rose growing by the brook of the field. Wow. So just like this brother was going into about how the Lord planted the seeds and it's germinating, and now it's sprouting. You know, and it says hearken unto me, ye holy children, and bud forth as a rose growing by the brook of the field, and give ye a sweet savor as frankincense, man. So that's the process that the Lord got us in right now, man. We're sprouting, we're growing, we're planted by the brook, the waters being this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You know, the Lord is having us grow, having us mature. You know, that's why we're being put through all the situations that we get put through in our daily lives. That's all part of the sprouting, man. It's all part of the growth spurt that the Lord is putting us through, man. And it says, and give ye a sweet savor as frankincense, and flourish as a lily, and send forth a smell. You know, which like the elder brother in your camp always goes into is presenting that good sacrifice, you know, putting up the correct sacrifice. So everything that we do has to send forth a good smell to the Heavenly Father, man. You know?
And you know what's something crazy, man? You go into the Most High's favorite flower. His favorite flower is the lily.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we represent that flower. And also when you go into the name Susanna, when you go into the story in the Apocrypha with Susanna, Susanna was the one that got wrongfully accused by those men, and she had cried out. You know what I'm saying? And then the Lord had sent Daniel as a young man, being a judge, and he had discerned it, man. And pretty much that woman, Susanna, or that lily, was delivered after that cry was heard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you look at that lily, and we're the ones that's making that cry. And that cry is likened unto that smell of frankincense, because it goes into how in Revelation, the 8th chapter, that the angels are in heavens that are doing that priestly duty. And it says they have much incense, which is likened to the prayers of the saints.
Right.
And they said they put it on the coal, and it was much smoke that was in the house of the Lord, which represents our cry or our prayer that we do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, it just made me think about that, bro.
Yeah, and it's going up to the Lord. And
that's right.
You know?
That's right, brother. It's heavy, man.
It says, verse 14, and give ye a sweet savor as frankincense, and flourish as a lily.
Wow.
You know, flourish, but grow, man.
Yeah.
It's about growth, maturity, just like a flower, man. Once a flower is at its top mature level, it's super beautiful, man. It's plus, man. It blooms, basically, man. You know, it says, it send forth a smell, and sing a song of praise. Bless the Lord in all his works, man.
Wow.
You know, and we singing that song,
That's
man.
Right. That's right.
We singing a song of praise right now. You know, because this truth in His word was likened unto a song. I believe was at Revelation, the 7th chapter, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, singing that new song.
Revelation 14 as well.
Right. I think it was Revelation 14, bro.
Mm-hmm. I'll pull it up for you.
Yep.
This Revelation chapter 14, verse 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000,
Right.
having his father's name written in their foreheads.
Right. And when you read this same verse in the Spanish Bible, it tells you having his name and his father's name.
That's right. That's right.
In their foreheads.
That's important.
Which what is it that we call out to? What's the name we call it? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
That's heavy.
That's why we push it so much, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key right there, man.
You need that name.
You need the key to open the door, man.
All right. That's right. That's
You know?
right. Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Straight up. Verse 2. And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters and the voice of a great thunder. And I heard a voice of harpers harping with their harps. And it says the voice of harpers.
Ooh.
You know, not showing you that it's not literal harps that's going to be played, but our voice is likened to that harp, that song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Verse 3 says, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the 4 beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000,
Right.
which were redeemed from the earth.
Which is heavy, man. Because in order to basically, if 144,000 men are part of are singing a song, it'll be like an orchestra, like a harmonizing. But everybody got to be on beat, so to speak, man.
Right.
The song got to be sung exactly the way the writer and the conductor wants it sung, and the way he read it, he wrote it, man. It needs to be sung the right way. You know, that's why there's only one true doctrine out here, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know that. I mean, Christianity's through, but that ain't the truth, man. All these religions out here, that's not the truth, man. That's not the right song.
That's right, brother.
And there's even dudes that call themselves Israelites and groups out there. They're not. They may be singing. They got some of the lyrics, but they're not on key with it, man. These are a group of special men. They've been given the lyrics, the way to sing it, and it's as if they can see the conductor in front of them telling them where to go high and low and how to do it, man. That's the 144,000. They're teaching this truth. They're singing this song the right way, the way it's supposed to be done, man.
Yep.
You know? Got something? Go ahead, bro.
This is Psalms 40:3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start from the top, man. It says, I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined unto me and heard my cry.
That's what we're doing.
That's right.
It tells you in Ezekiel 9:4, those that sigh and that cry,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna be given that mark.
That's right.
Which, when you go into the Hebrew word for that mark, is a thawa,
That's right.
which means an exemption
Mm-hmm.
from judgment.
That's right, brother.
And then when you look it up in the Spanish, it says an exempt from sentencing,
Mm-hmm.
or being sentenced.
That's right.
Because technically we're all worthy of death, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're all worthy of death because we go off, man.
That's right.
We're in His flesh. We can't keep the whole law. But the elect is going to have that exemption from that sentence of death, man.
Mm-hmm.
Death is going to pass over them.
That's right, bro.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 2. He brought me up also out of an horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon a rock, and established my goings.
Man, who is our rock, man?
That's Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai is our rock, man. That's where we building.
That's right.
We building on a firm,
That's right.
good foundation that's going to be steady.
Mm-hmm.
Because that wind is coming, man.
Yeah.
You know,
That's right.
that flood is coming, man. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 3. And he hath put a new song in my mouth, even praise unto our power. Many shall see it and fear.
Yeah, and that's, man, when you listen to the way, starting with the apostles, man, because that's how I felt when I first was watching the vid.
Exactly.
I felt scared, man, of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. You just feel like, man, I don't want to go out like that, man. You start, and it tells you in Proverbs that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, man. So you start with the fear, then you start getting into the scripts, you start getting into it, and little by little, because it's a thing of growth. You're not gonna snap into being a super duper Israelite, man. You following the Sabbath on key, and it's a growth thing, man. The more the Lord deals with you, the more, you know what I'm saying, you grow in the truth, the more you're gonna start the more you're gonna start walking more close and more correctly with the Lord, man.
That's right.
You know, go ahead, bro.
Just a quick one, Salaki, bro. 2 Corinthians 5:11. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men.
Man, you know, because the Lord, it tells you that he's the king of terrors, man.
That's right. That's right.
He's done some terrible things on the earth, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why back in the ancient world, they knew him as Al-Shadia, man.
That's right. That's right.
Terrible demon-like power.
Mm-hmm.
Because of how terrible the Lord could get. I mean, he got so terrible, he drowned every goddamn body, man.
That's right.
And only left 8 people.
Mm-hmm.
Drowned. Babies drowned.
That's right. That's right.
You know, a lot of people get offended at the Lord. They're not my God. Well, you know, the God of the Bible, he drowned babies, women, old ass people.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah. He only saved Noah's house.
Right.
You know, and then you look at it now, the only house that's going to be saved is the house of David.
House of David.
You know?
Man.
There's a little more to this, and I'll jump back to that Psalms. It says, but we are made manifest unto the Most High, and I trust also in Salakia, and I trust also are made manifest in your consciousness, you know, and through hearing through displaying. Well, first we heard the word of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Our conscience was changed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Our minds was changed, and afterward we was able to trust.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why it tells you in somewhere, I think it's Romans, it tells you that faith comes through hearing, man.
That's right, brother. Romans 10:17.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
This is Psalms 40:3. It says, and he hath put a new song in my mouth.
Right.
Even praise unto our power.
Yeah, we singing it, man.
Mm-hmm.
We singing that new song, man.
That's
Starting with our apostles, man. Apostles of Great Millstone on down.
Mm-hmm.
We singing that song.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Many shall see it and fear and trust in the Lord.
And that's the whole thing,
That's
man.
it.
You gotta trust.
That's it.
That's the vibration that gotta be pushed, man.
Right.
Trusting in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else has ever worked.
Right.
Guns and revolutions and all this bullshit that Jake has done in the past, none of that shit worked, man.
Right.
The only thing that's gonna work in this super bad situation that we in is trusting in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Period.
Right.
And there's nothing else we can do, man.
That's right.
You know?
Trusting in that process. You know, and it just goes into the blessings that we were talking about earlier. There's a process as pertaining to those blessings. You know, as much as we go into the blessings and the curses in Deuteronomy 28 and the things that the Lord was going to do, it first starts with trust. Trusting that his word is going to be fulfilled.
Right.
Trusting leads to, going with the process is going to lead you to trust. And the more you trust and the more you experience and the more you see what the Lord's going to do, he's going to continue to throw those blessings to the point where he delivers us out of here, man.
Exactly.
And we're going to fully receive those blessings, man. You know, hey, man, in order to get delivered in that chariot, you have to trust that all the stuff is going to happen, man. You got to trust he's going to deliver you in that situation. You got to trust that he's going to lift up that standard. You know what I'm saying? And then what? You know, trusting goes into fearing of the Lord as well.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They go hand in hand. You can't trust the Lord without fearing him.
It'll change you, man.
That's right, bro.
Change the way you walk, change the way you talk, everything, man.
That's right.
I got a quick one right after you.
Con.
Or if I may or not.
Oh, no. Go do your thing, bro. That's it. Do your thing.
Psalm 101, and I'm going to start at 1. It says, I will sing of mercy and judgment unto thee, O Lord, will I sing. I will behave myself wisely in a perfect way.
That's right. And the thing about it is, in a perfect way, that don't mean that you're going to be 100% perfect, man. All right, because even Apostle Ramlad said that we're sinful flesh living in a corrupted world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that means that you try. You do your best to be righteous, man. You do your best. And the Lord will look at that as perfection. You know what I'm saying? And if we the elect, we already covered by Yahushua's blood anyway, which makes us perfect, man.
Exactly.
As long as you're trying.
That's true, bro. And that's why it's bugged out to say that Paul was going off, because Paul was showing you the balance in all that, man.
Right.
We're in a corruptible flesh. We're in a corrupted ass world. You know, we can't be perfect, but you gotta balance it, man. You gotta strive to be. You gotta strive to do the right thing. And that's why he said the evil that I do. Damn, how do you say it? Damn.
Romans 7, I know what you're talking about.
It just slipped out of my mind.
Like, it's pretty much like the sin in him or something like that.
Right, it's sin that is in him. You know, the things that he wants to do is the thing that he's basically struggling.
Yeah.
and fighting to do, and the things that he don't want to do, which is going off and sinning.
It does.
That shit just comes natural to this body, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that struggle. That's the fight.
Yep.
You know. But continuing, it says, I will behave myself wisely in a perfect way. Oh, when wilt thou come unto me? I will walk within my house with a perfect heart. I will set no wicked thing before my eyes. I hate the work of them that turn aside. It shall not cleave to me. A froward, and that's why, man, we depart from evil, man. A lot of dudes get offended that we separate ourselves and we don't want to be part of your unity camps and things of the such. But you know what? Like it says right here, it says, I will set no wicked thing before mine eyes. I hate the work of them that turn aside, man. You know, so anybody that's turned away from the truth, like fell out, trying to come back and just being a flip-flop, man, being a flip-flopper, can't be next to you, man.
That's right.
Because basically the scriptures say a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. You're a virus, man. You move like a virus.
That's right.
Then you can infect somebody.
Yep.
And you can't have that in order for a body to perfectly function and do well, there can't be no damn viruses up in there, man.
That's right.
You know, it says, I hate the work of them that turn aside. It shall not cleave to me. A forward heart shall depart from me. I will not know a wicked person.
Yeah.
Is it? Whoso privily slandereth his neighbor, him will I cut off. Him that hath a high look and a proud heart will not I suffer. It says, my eyes shall be upon the faithful of the land, that they may dwell with me. He that walketh in a perfect way, he shall serve me, man. And like the brother mentioned, it's not talking about you over here and you're just perfect. The only one that walked perfect with the Lord, with Yahweh, the Father, was Yahweh Shai, man. All the rest of us fucking fall short. All the rest of us. But as long as we're striving and we're fighting to do the right thing, the Lord is pleased in that, man. The Lord is pleased in those sacrifices. You know, knowing how to take L's, knowing how to lose, knowing how to be corrected, you know, doing what you need to do, working out your own salvation, studying, reading, and trying to be the best man you can be possible, and trying to be the best servant to be possible, man. And it's truth. You got something?
Right. Just a quick one. This is Psalms chapter 11, verse 5. It says, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence his soul hateth. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares and fire and brimstone. And it's ironic when you go into that word snares right there, it says it's a metal plate. You know what I'm saying? Like them chariots, and you know, so those nukes. You know what I'm saying? It says in an horrible tempest, and shall be a portion of their cup.
Right. It
says, for the righteous Lord loveth righteousness, his countenance doth behold the upright. And when you go into that word countenance there, it goes into his face.
Right.
You know, just a precept to what you had just read, man, how his face is going to be upon the righteous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His countenance or his face will behold the upright, man.
Yeah.
You know, and those upright are going to be the ones that stand on their 2 feet upon that rock and cry out unto him and hear those prayers that are likened to us as an incense. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That are giving off that good smell.
That's right.
You know?
That's right, bro.
That's it though, bro, right here. So we can go back to where were we at? Last?
I know we had read through Lamentation chapter 4.
Okay. So
you know what I'm saying?
We could probably skip to Deuteronomy.
Okay, Con. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse top. I almost said verse top. At the top, verse 1. It says, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all the nations of the earth.
Yeah, which we know that, like we've been going into it, we can't do everything perfectly.
Right.
But the Lord is demanding obedience, man.
Right.
That you obey him and that you trust in him.
Yep.
You know that? Read that one more time, bro.
Con. It says, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Which is what we're fighting to do now. This is what we're fighting to do right now, man. Go ahead.
It says to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, The Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations on the of the earth.
And this is what's in Lord's will, man. We may be part of the elect. This is the reward.
That's right.
This is the reward of those that trust in the Lord. This is the reward of the righteous, man.
Yeah.
Of the faithful.
That's right.
You know, go ahead.
Verse 2. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy God.
Imagine that, man. Imagine for nothing but blessings to basically blessings chasing you. You can't get away from it, man.
That's right.
Right now, it's like if you can't get away from the damn curses in this bitch, man. Bills and bill collectors and getting pulled over by the cops for no reason, man. All type of bullshit, man.
That's right.
In the kingdom, man.
Yeah. The reason why we go through those curses is due to our constant rebellion we did unto the Lord.
Right.
But as the priest had stated earlier, man, in the kingdom, we're going to be programmed to be righteous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So since we're going to be programmed to be righteous, what are we going to constantly receive? The blessings.
Right.
You know, the blessings that we're going to read right now, that's going to be part of it. You know, and also too, what does it take place? Does that mean that we ain't going to receive particular portions of the blessings right now? We turn back unto the Lord.
Right.
And we follow his way. So best believe he's opened up a door of utterance in the windows of heaven unto us to receive particular blessings, man.
Exactly. It's a blessing to know the name.
That's right.
It's a blessing to know who they are. It's a blessing to be able to understand this truth and then to be able to turn around and teach it.
That's right.
You know, it's a blessing when the Lord comes through for you.
That's right.
Yeah, every single brother got their own walk, and everybody got testimonies of how the Lord just be pulling through, man. You know, it's like the brother said, the Lord's already showing us blessings, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 3. Blessed shall thou be in the city, and blessed shall thou be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body.
Basically, the complete. You go to the city nowadays, you go to downtown LA, and you look at Jake, there is no blessing there, man.
Right.
We are jacked up.
It's a dry tree right there.
Yeah, man. It's going to be the complete opposite of that, man. On a grand scale, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, blessed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy ground.
Yeah, your children, the fruit of your body. In other words, we're gonna have many children, man.
That's right.
And they're gonna be blessed. You ain't gonna have children and then, you know what I'm saying, they grow up to be some damn gangbangers or some homos, or they die early, or they they're getting sick and they gotta go to school. None of that, man.
That's right.
Children are gonna be able to be children in the kingdom, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, and the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
Right.
Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Yeah, man. Because we gonna have all the businesses in the kingdom on lock.
That's right.
It's gonna be ours, man. Just like we be saying how the so-called Jew runs Hollywood, and he runs the Diamond District, he runs he got the gold shops, and that's gonna be all our stores in the kingdom, man.
That's right.
Everybody gonna have to come to us, man. Whatever you need,
straight up,
you're gonna have to come buy it from us. You know.
And when you go into these things of the fruit of our ground and the fruit of our cattle and so forth, and again going into how the laws are going to be inside of us, you remember there's times of the year that we got to offer up when I say sacrifice, like for example, like offer up our first fruit to the Lord.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Pretty much there's certain offerings that we do to the Lord. Even you have the high holy day, the Pentecost.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The feast of the first fruits. You know what I'm saying? You offer that unto the priest, and then you give thanks while you do it.
Right.
And then the Lord blesses your land. So we're going to be constantly programmed to do these things. That way the Lord will send rain from the heavens. You know what I'm saying? Water our crops. Our cattle are going to be able to eat. Their children are going to be able to eat. Our bodies are going to be good. Right. The reason why you see Jake in this dry-ass state, because one, they don't got the spirit of the Lord on them. Two, they don't offer up any type of sacrifice or pay any type of reverence to his priest or anything like that, because whose energy is Jake under right now? Esau, which is Cain. And what was going to take place? What did the Lord tell Cain? That the fruit of the land was going to be cursed. You know what I'm saying? So Jake is living in that cursed ass mind state right now. But after that shift changes, you know what I'm saying? And also, too, the other nations are going to have to offer up that unto us.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if they don't, that's going to be their ass, man.
Exactly.
So the reason why our cattle and our land and all that is going to be blessed, because we're going to be constantly programmed to bless the Lord and offer up, what we have back to the Lord, man. It's going to be programmed for us to do it.
Yeah, that's right.
So those blessings are going to rain down repeatedly because we're giving our 10th unto the Lord, man.
That's right, bro.
If that made sense.
Yeah.
You know,
I got a piece of it to that. It's Isaiah 60, again, it's verse 11. It says, therefore thy gates shall be open continually, and they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree. So basically, like the brother was going into, we gonna get these other nations. They gonna have to give us the best of all they got, man. Just like we have to give, when we do that sacrifice, like you were just mentioning, we have to give the first fruits, but the best of it, man.
That's right.
The best of it all. It all belongs to the Lord first. Then whatever's left, then you know what I'm saying, that's for you, man.
That's right.
And it says, the glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, the box, and the box together.
And that's the glory of Lebanon.
Right.
They were known for their trees.
Yeah.
You remember when the first temple was being built, and you had King Hiram that helped aid because him and Solomon, they had that close bond with each other. You know what I'm saying? They had shipped us those trees.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And those different ones. That's the glory of Lebanon, is those trees, man.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the riches of that area. It says, to beautify the place of my sanctuary, and I will make the place of my feet glorious. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee.
That's right.
Blessing.
Bend the knee. Blessing.
Right.
Like on Game of Thrones.
Right.
Bend the knee.
Bend the knee.
You gonna bend that knee? You know, like you said, blessing, man. That's a blessing right there, bro.
Right. It says, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet. You know what I'm saying? And like you were mentioning, that's not talking about out in the fucking downtown, wherever damn state you live or city. Right. You know what I'm saying? With some dirty ass shoes.
Yeah, man.
And Edomite actually licking your shoe. What kind of shit is that, man?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
This is symbolic, man. This
That's
represents that we gonna be on top, man.
That's it.
We gonna be highly reverenced and highly respected by these nations.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, man. Like in the kingdom, you ain't gonna want to have no damn Edomite. I mean, you do what you want to do, but you know you got Edomite in your house with your hell no, man. Put that nigga to work, man.
Yeah, kissing your toes and shit.
Like, come on,
fuck
bro.
out of here, man.
Yeah, that mean that they gonna be under us, bro. That's all that means, man. Because there's a point where they boot was on our neck, man.
Right.
You know, so our boot gonna be on their neck, and as the brother said, that's a symbolic representation of us being over them.
Yeah, man.
You know.
Yep. It says, and they shall call thee the city of Yahweh Ba'asem Yahushai.
Jerusalem.
Right.
Jerusalem is a people before a place.
That's right, bro.
And that's gonna be ultimately fulfilled when we receive those new bodies, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That goes in the teaching of peace.
Exactly.
You know, and all the other nations are gonna have to come up to Jerusalem to learn about the ways of the Lord.
Yeah.
You know, that way of the Lord is gonna be taught into them, man.
Exactly.
And if they don't keep it, they're gonna be dashed as a potter's vessel, as the scripture saying in Revelation chapter 2.
Yep. Judgment gonna come.
Yep.
And like you mentioned, it says that they're gonna call us the city of the Lord, showing you that it's not talking about an actual landmass.
That's right.
The people, the people is the city, man. Jerusalem. You know, that's a good point, man. It says, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel.
The monument,
right?
Pillar.
Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency.
An eternal excellency,
yeah.
man. And the thing about it is, if you see something over and over again, you get tired of it, bro.
Right.
We ain't gonna be getting tired of what the Lord got for us, man, eternally.
Eternal, just all type of, wow, what?
Eternal,
damn, forever.
In all, every day.
You know?
Every day for the rest of existence, bro.
Right.
Come on, man.
Exactly, man. It says, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations. Thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles, and shalt suck the breast of kings. And thou shalt know that I, the Lord, am thy Savior, and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob.
Right, man. And when you go into that, man, you know, Jake will be bugged out, you know, and not even know what that means, you know. But that just means we're going to receive the fruit of these other lands. They're going to have to give it unto us, man.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? That means the fatness of that land.
They're going to have to give us the best.
That's right.
They have to give us the best of what they got, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, man. Jacob will be bugged out and read that and be
Sucking
like,
on no man breast.
yeah, man. You know, they just gonna give us the best.
That's right, man.
You know?
It says, for brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver, and for wood, brass, and for stones, iron.
Yeah, man. So come on, bro.
Yeah.
That's the best of those things, man.
Right.
He named one thing, and he said for brass I will give gold.
I'm gonna do you one better.
Yeah, yup. That's it. That's it. Yup.
It says, I will also make thy officers peace, and thine exactors righteousness. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land.
That's right.
Wasting nor destruction within thy borders.
That's right.
But thou shalt call thy walls salvation, and thy gates praise.
Because Esau's gonna be taken down, man. He's gonna be taken down, put in captivity.
Right.
So if the devil that the Bible speaks of is gonna be taken down, there's gonna be no more violence in that land. You know what I'm saying? Which goes to show you, obviously, those people that live over there in that land aren't the true Jews, man.
Oh yeah.
Because there's been more violence on the earth ever in history, man.
Exactly.
You know? And you even look at these guys, videos of them with hatchets, practicing and everything
Talking
like
about
that.
sling goddamn hatchets at you.
Yeah, bro. If that's the case, if they the true Jews in that land, they don't gotta worry about that,
They gotta
man.
worry about no shit
Because
like
they supposed
that.
to be in peace.
Right.
It goes to show you that those aren't the true Jews.
Right.
Those are gutter rats, bro.
Exactly.
You know? They ain't no blessed people of the Lord, man.
Nah,
People
man.
whack as hell.
Yeah, man. The whole earth is cursed under these damn demons.
That's
man.
right.
You know? That's it right here, bro.
Con, I'm gonna keep reading Deuteronomy 14.
Yep.
I'll start 28.
Right.
You know, this is Deuteronomy 28:7. It says, in 6, blessed shall thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shall thou be when thou goest out. All right? And that just means we're just gonna be blessed wherever we go. Coming into the city, going out of the city, we're gonna be blessed. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta worry about your children being taken or anything like that. Your children leave the house and you got to worry about if they're going to come back or have they been abducted. You know what I'm saying? When you keep reading, it says, Yahweh shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face, and they shall come out against thee one way and flee before thee 7 ways. All right, and that's when the Lord lifts up that standard, by the way, as well. All right, because when the Lord finally lifts up that standard, when our enemy comes up against us like a flood, all right, they're going to flee 7 ways. You read about the example with Elijah and those 3 groups of those 50 squadrons of soldiers that it came up there, man.
Right.
And they asked him, you thou man of God. He said, if I be a man of God, allow fire to come down from heaven and consume thee and thy 50. And then it was so. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have power like that that's going to be given unto us here in these last days.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just going to trickle down into the ultimate supreme power that the Lord is going to give us when we receive those new bodies. You know, because in the kingdom, we ain't going to have to worry about our enemies coming up against us. Now, Esau's still going to be, alive for those 1,000 years. And while he's alive, we're going to have to do certain things of judgment. You know, the heathen ain't going to have the laws. So there can be certain times where they might buck up or whatever the case is. And you got to dash them in. But it ain't going to come a point where they just do a mass rebellion and everything like that. Man, that'd be suicide.
Right.
You know, straight suicide, bro. They ain't going to rise up like Nat Turner and do that, man. They
Right.
hell to the no, man.
Exactly.
You know?
Well, the way that even this dude was ruling was just super unjust and just wicked.
Right.
Super wicked as hell, man. We ain't gonna be fucking raping a dude's wife, an Edomite's wife right in front of his eyes. Like, yeah,
that's right.
Look,
that's right.
motherfucker. Or raping their child. We're not gonna do that, man.
That's a great point.
We're gonna judge them, but it's still gonna be just, man.
Right.
It's gonna be the Lord's anger upon us, man. We're gonna jack their ass up, but we ain't gonna be no sick weirdos like Esau is, man.
Right, right.
You know?
That's
we
right.
even gonna teach this damn demon how to bring judgment, man. You know?
God.
Go ahead, bro.
That's right, bro. Verse 8. Yahweh shall command the blessing upon thee in thy storehouses, and in all that thou settest thine hand unto. And he shall bless thee in the land which Yahweh thy God giveth thee.
Bro, you see today, Jake get a store, that shit'll be gone, man. Fast. It might last a couple years, it might not even last that. But you see a damn fucking Moabite, this motherfucker there from when you was a kid, you pass by the same neighborhood, that motherfucker's still there, man.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? But they prosper in what they do. But Jake, in this kingdom, we put our hand to do something, that shit fails, man.
That's right.
In the kingdom, it's not gonna be like that.
Flourish.
It's gonna everything, like you said earlier, everything we put our hand on is going to be turned into gold. It's gonna flourish, man. It's gonna work.
Yep.
You know? Go ahead, bro.
Verse 9. The Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, as he hath sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep thy commandments of the Lord thy God and walk in his ways.
That's right.
And all people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Right, and this is something, and this is how you know that vocab and all these Christians are full of shit, man. This is something that ain't happened, man. This ain't happened to Israel yet, man.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So who are the if everybody was supposed to be part of the covenant, like this dude says, then who are these nations that are gonna see
right.
Israel in this great status, man?
Exactly, bro.
Who the hell are they, man? Is the Lord gonna create new fucking people, man?
Right.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
This is, man, these blessings are strictly for the Israelites, and the Israelites are you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, and then there's also some of you that are spread out throughout the planet, looking like Edomites and Moabites and Ishmaelites and even so-called Jews.
Yep.
But if you listen to this message and it resonates with your spirit and you believe in it, then you might be an Israelite too, man. You might go back to the covenant. Because we're not over here just carnally, just, man, you look like a so-called white man, man, you an Edomite. And you trying to be over there, man, I believe. And we're not going to be attacking you like that, man.
Right.
We all going to be changed, man. You know, them brothers that look like Edomites, they're part of a fulfillment of what the Lord said was going to happen.
That's right.
And they really are faith boosters, man. When they do believe.
That's right.
You'll be right there like, man, the Lord is bad, man.
That's right, brother.
You know?
That's right.
Read that again, bro.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse, let's see here. Where did I leave off at? Verse 9. The Lord shall establish thee in an holy people unto himself.
Right.
As he hath sworn unto thee.
Right.
If thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God and walk in his ways.
Which in the kingdom we will. 100%. Go ahead.
And all people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and they shall be afraid of thee.
They shall be afraid of us, man.
Come on, man. Who are these nations?
Come
Who
on.
These other nations, bro?
Right. I mean, how did the Lord, Yahweh Shai said we was going to be ruling them?
Yep.
He said, you shall rule them with a rod of iron,
That's
man,
right.
and break them to shivers, man.
That's right.
You know, we're going to put that fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai and their people upon everybody living on the earth, man.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's why when the king, they're not going to be so quick to just be going, like you said, open rebellions, and you ain't going to be quick to do that, man.
No. You're dealing with gods here.
Yeah.
You know, the sons of God.
Exactly.
These are like angels, bro.
Exactly.
You know?
Go ahead.
This verse 11. And the Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods, in the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of thy ground, and in the land which the Lord sware unto thy fathers to give thee. The Lord shall open thee the Lord shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven to give the rain unto thy land in his season, and to bless all the work of thine hands, and thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. You know, we ain't gonna need to borrow, man.
Nah.
You know, because one thing is they gonna give us the choice of their stuff anyway.
Right.
You know, but also too, we gonna be able to lend and distribute, man. And that's mainly his way. Distribute his way on the planet Earth.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is too, in the kingdom, we ain't gonna just rule as just being tyrants.
Right.
You know, after the nations serve their captivity.
Right.
You know, other than Esau, of course, we're talking about the other nations, because they're gonna have to serve captivity too.
Right.
But after those 1,000 years, they're gonna be good, man. And it's gonna be cool. Let's believe there's gonna be other kings that are gonna come and they're gonna sup with us. Right. You know, we're gonna make pacts and leagues with them in different ways.
Like King Solomon.
That's
and,
right.
And Hiram.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, you know, friendships that we have with them, man.
Right.
Now, of course, they're gonna respect they're gonna respect the rank.
Yeah,
exactly. Order.
Exactly.
You know, but it ain't like we're gonna just be assholes in the kingdom, man. You know, the nations are gonna love it.
Yeah, exactly. We're
you
gonna
know,
be just. This says that when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, man.
That's right.
We gonna deal with everything just and righteously, man. Even when we gotta bring judgment on a heathen that went off, talking about after 1,000 years, everybody around is gonna know, well, that nigga fucked up, man.
Right.
Yeah, he shouldn't have done that bullshit. He knew. It was his. It wasn't that we was just coming over there whooping some ass and dipping. Come through the village, kick everybody ass and leave.
Right.
We're not gonna be doing shit like that, man.
Yep.
It's gonna be a peaceful king. We're gonna be, man. We also gonna be busy enjoying the Lord's creation, man.
Right.
You're not just gonna be waiting for a motherfucker to go. I can't wait for a motherfucker
yeah,
to
bro.
go off.
Like shit.
I'm mad. You ain't gonna be fucking spending your time being mad in the kingdom, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You know?
Yup, you ain't gonna be mad in the kingdom. What the fuck be mad about? You living.
Yeah,
You know?
man.
Oh, that Edomite went off, dog. Man, what'd he do? Hey, Ham, get over there. Yeah,
Right.
dash his motherfucking head over there, man. Rip his skin off.
Certain dudes act like they're gonna be in the kingdom standing like they holding posts at camp, man. Like, come on, man. Just all day.
Man.
Come on.
Yeah, looking at the Edomites. Hell no, man. Shit, ain't worried about them niggas, man.
Man, we're gonna enjoy the kingdom, man.
That's
We're gonna
right.
enjoy, man.
That's right, bro.
You know? Go ahead, bro.
This is Deuteronomy 28:13. And the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail.
Damn.
And that shall be above.
We gonna be the top nation on the planet Earth, man.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And that shall be above only, and that shall not be beneath.
We gonna be above only, man. There's no other place we can be, man.
That's right.
You know?
If that thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy God,
Right.
which I command thee this day to observe and to do them. And thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day, to the right hand or to the left, but after other or to the left, to go after other gods to serve them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then once you keep going, it goes into the curses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We are well acquainted with the curses.
Exactly.
You know, but we're approaching the season where we getting ready to see these blessings, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, and the curses are getting ready to be lifted from us, man.
Right.
You know, so as we understand this is coming, be of good cheer, be of joy, and continue to follow his way. So you can receive that rain, so you can receive those partialities of those blessings, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, because first those blessings are going to come spiritually that we receive, man.
Right.
You know, and then it's going to be made manifest in the flesh when Yahweh Shai comes back with those angels, bro.
Exactly.
You know, and that's what we long for. You know?
Yeah. That's what we're fighting for, man. That's you know, that's what we're sacrificing for. You know, a lot of dudes have the wrong idea of being in the truth, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they take it as okay, now I learned I'm an Israelite, so now I got to be this tough guy, man. You know, King David killed 10,000 and Judas Maccabees was a killer, and that's all they take out of it, man. They don't care about renewing their mind. They don't care about, really, they don't even believe in the salvation to come, man. You can't walk like that, man. You got to believe that the Lord is about to bless us, man. He's about to fight for us. He's about to give us everything we're about to receive. We're not going to take it for ourselves, man. And that's why the Lord called us, Jacob, thou worm, because we're like basically like fucking, what's the word? Indefensive, or we're like like a worm, basically. You can't do nothing.
Defenseless.
Defenseless.
Yeah, Salaki.
I was trying to think of the word. We're like defenseless worms, man.
That's right. That's right.
We need the Lord, man.
That's right.
We need for what he said to happen, for what he said that's gonna happen to happen, in order for us to receive all these things, man.
Right.
But before we receive all those things, we gotta be obedient and do what he told us to do first, man.
That's it. That's it.
And he told us how to walk. He told us how to talk. He told us how to get down, man. All we got to do is follow that.
That's right, bro.
You know? You got something else, bro?
That's it on that.
I got a closer if you ready to.
Man,
let's get something else.
Let's get it.
All right, this is Second Esdras 2, and
perfect closing.
Let me see, man. I think it was verse 10. 2 and 10. It says, "Thus says the Lord unto Esdras, tell my people that I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I would have given unto Israel. Their glory also will I take unto me, and give these the everlasting tabernacles."
That's right. Hey, and when you go into that, man, of course he's talking about Jake,
right?
But he calls them heathen when you read that there, man.
Right.
Because there was a point where we were like into the heathen.
Right, yeah.
But as the prophecy said, that we were going to come back together and be one head.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We were going to worship the living God, man.
Exactly.
That's what's getting ready to come.
That's right. Like you read earlier, the Lord said we're not his people.
That's right.
For a while, man. You know, it says, which I, Salaki, verse 11, their glory also will I take unto me, and give these the everlasting tabernacles, which I had prepared for them. They shall have the tree of life for an ointment of sweet savor.
That's right. That's right.
They shall neither labor nor be weary.
Yeah, that tree of life goes into how we're going to have the laws, the statutes, the commandments inside of us, man.
Oh, man.
You know?
Man, can't wait, man. It says, go and ye shall receive. Pray for few days unto you. In other words, hasten the day,
That's
man.
Right.
You know? It says that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch.
That's it.
Man, bro.
And when you watch, what does that mean? Do the work, man. Serve the Lord. Be a watchman. You know? He said watch. Right after he said watch.
Right.
You know? He's saying watch like wait and see. But also too, man, keep doing the things that's commanded unto you. Watch. And then you're going to see it manifest. You're going to see it play out manifest. You're going to see it flourish and blossom and unfold and bloom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody that ain't watching, they ain't gonna see the process.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we actually see the process, and that's what excites us so much, because we see the process, man. It ain't gonna just come to us like, oh, what?
Yeah.
We see the process, and we're gonna be grateful that we were part of that process.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like you were saying, when that Colossians, I believe it was like chapter 2, so he was bringing out about how it's being manifested. This whole truth is being manifested.
Yeah.
And we can see. You know.
That's right. Yeah. So it's being made manifest.
Exactly.
Man.
So like the brother said, you gotta just watch, sit back and watch the Lord do what He said He was gonna do, man.
That's right.
Not sit back and chill, but we gotta work out our own salvation. But hey, man, the Lord's about to do mighty works, man.
That's right.
We about to see some things, man. We going into 2020, and Lord's will, man. Lord's will. You know what I'm saying? That's when the Lord come get us out of here, man.
That's right.
Which is the hope for every year, and we say it every year, man.
Yep.
Hopefully, because we're hastening. We're praying for a few days.
Yeah.
In this place, man. Few days for Babylon, for Esau, so that we can get it. So the Lord Yahweh Shai can claim this kingdom. And then we can get it, we can be joint heirs with Him, man, and get it popping, man.
That's right, bro.
That's it, bro.
God, beautiful, man. Hey, Lord willing, that lesson was edifying. Keep fighting. Keep remembering in your mind that you blessed. And if you keep serving the Lord, man, extreme blessings are coming your way in a very dramatic, very marvelous, beautiful fashion, man.
Yeah, bro.
So we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings to you, Aki. I'm kicking this word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom to you all on the comment board.
Shalom. Shalom, brothers. Shalom.